This conference will now be recorded.
छोटी मैम मेरे कॉल करना சொன்னாங்க
Unmuted.
छोटी मैम தமிழ் செல்வின்னு வருதா பாரு அவங்க இதை அன்மியூட் பண்ணு சரி மேம்
चल निघाला
Un-
ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಫ್ అయిపోయింది ఆల్రెడీ కూడా
ஹலோ யாருக்குமே கேட்கல மேம் நீங்க பேசுனது.
சுரேஷ் பேர்
ஆமா உங்களுது நீங்க பேசுனது மியூட் பண்ணாம இருக்கிறது. இப்ப அன்மியூட்ல தான் மேம் இருக்கு எனக்கு உங்களுது. சரிங்க மேம். ஓ சரிங்க மேம். ஓகே மேம், ஓகே மேம். நான் ஹலோ ஹலோ Good morning to one and all present for this webinar session. I hope you people are staying safe in home. First of all, I would like to thank our management, principal sir, HOD madam, for giving me this opportunity for organizing this webinar on trending technologies and energy sector for second year students. I feel happy to invite the speaker of today's session, Ms. Jayashree Batmanabhan. First, I would like to give a brief intro of our today's speaker. Students, kindly mute your audio and video. Berlin. She also completed MicroMaster of Science in Supply Chain Management, Institute of Technology, Boston, and currently she is working as a student in EU Research Project Assistant at Eurnext EV Berlin. Now I wish to hand over the session to Jayashree. Jayashree, you can carry over the session, ma.
Sumitra ma'am,
Yes. Hello.
ma'am, you please unmute Jayashree ma'am.
Okay, okay, ma. Okay.
She is the organizer only. She can do herself, ma.
SK ma'am.
She is one of organizer only, Vinita ma'am.
It's showing as muted ma'am. That's why.
She has to unmute, I think.
That's what we are not able to do.
Jayashree?
Ma'am, she has to mute ma'am. Unmute.
Jayashree, now you can take over the session, ma. Hello.
This conference will now be recorded.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
See, now it's audible. You can proceed, ma'am.
Ma'am, am I audible to you?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
sir.
Jayashree.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Ma'am, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, ma.
Okay. Today our webinar session is about the trending technologies on energy sector. I hope everyone here are second year students, right? So you are almost preparing for your placements. Maybe if you are planning for your higher education. In this webinar, I'll also present how these energy sectors, how the trending energy sectors will help you enhance your career, maybe in your master's or your research field as well. And this is my personal profile. I'm currently pursuing PhD in Chalmers University, Sweden. I have left my job like 3 days ago, and I have started my own startup. The name of the startup is Innovator Me, and it is in Berlin, Germany, but I'll be pursuing this in India soon. And yes. And today we are going to see about the technologies, energy technologies on trend. The first thing is about the sustainable electricity. And the second thing is about the blockchain. Blockchain is not very important for you as you are in second year. The major thing would be sustainable electricity. We just have to pay attention to this. So getting in depth into sustainable electricity. First of all, we have to understand what is sustainability in terms of electricity, how is it used in electricity systems, how is it converted into energy, and importantly, we have to understand what is the difference between renewable energy and sustainable energy. So first, when we discuss about the sustainable electricity system, we have to understand that to be in a sustainable economy, sustainability has three concepts. It is about the planet, economy, and the society. So these three concepts. So the term sustainability must cover all this. Similarly, the term sustainable electricity must cover all this. So to be sustainable, electricity systems must cover the operating cost. Operating costs include the cost of the raw materials, resources used, including the labor costs and production costs, distribution costs, everything comes under the operating costs, and how that can be used for investment in future. And The third thing is how to provide reliable electricity to the society and to meet the environmental and social objectives. Environmental and social objectives means environmental means the energy which you produce must not affect this environment in any case. And social objectives is about the economy, the rates of the electricity produced, the amount of bills paid by the people must not be a burden to them. It must be commendable so that they are able to meet the costs easily. So the sustainable energy system must meet all these three. So then only it is termed as sustainable electricity systems. What is sustainable electricity? Sustainable electricity supply, it actually calls for transition to a system which uses 100% renewable energy resources. One thing, important criteria for sustainable electricity supply is, as I already told you, it must be compatible with the health, nature and the environment, which means totally the production and the conversion cost must be low, and it must not affect the environment or the economy. It must have a low risk on all these three factors. That is sustainable electricity. And what do you mean by sustainable energy? Sustainable energy, it is a form of energy. This is very important, form of energy that meets today's demand. Whatever we need for today, it must meet the demand for today without putting in danger or getting expired or depleted for the future generation. Like for example, if we are using coal, it cannot be reused. So like once it is used, we cannot renew it. So the sustainable energy we must use it for now, and it must be useful for the future as well, like without expiring the demands of the future generation. That is the sustainable energy. Okay, now it's the important term. What is the difference between sustainable energy and renewable energy? The thing is, renewable energy, actually, it is a method of energy production that does not exhaust resources for its energy generation, because maybe it uses resources that can be renewed continually. Whereas sustainable, the term sustainability, it is a concept. I mean, it is a mindset, and renewable energy is a method. That is the difference between the renewable and sustainable. But in overall, when we see, both sustainable energy and renewable energy are environmentally focused. So that is the concept. And as I already told you, the three principles of sustainable energy are economy, social, and environment. These three principles can be put into 3P concept. 3P concept is profit, which refers to the economy, people, which refers to the social, and planet, which refers to the environment. That is PPP, profit, people, and planet, 3P concept. So when the term sustainable energy comes, the major principle used is protecting the 3P concept, like protecting the economy, protecting the society, and protecting the environment by gaining profit, protecting the people, and safeguarding the environment. So these are the three principles of sustainable electricity. Then now let us check like how important is this and why we should go to sustainable energy. I'll tell you a few examples. For example, in 2018, there was a world climatic conference that was held. Like many of the countries across the world agreed to participate in that. And it was stated that the world, every experts has agreed that the average temperature should not increase by more than 2 degrees by the end of the century. One important step towards this is the transformation of electricity in supply system. So that was the term which was actually mentioned in the report of the World Economic Summit Conference 2018. It was actually written in the same way. One important step towards this transformation of electrical supply system. So this is the thing. So the world is completely concentrating towards the electrical production and its supply, because it is also contributing to the carbon emissions GHG, which is polluting the environment, which is really bad for the future generations. So the world is traveling through the sustainable electricity system. So that is why it is important to this. At least for this century, sustainable energy system will be very important. Actually, and also in addition to this, a drastic improvement in energy efficiency and expansion of renewable energy resources. These two are the two pillars, and they term it as climatic friendly electric supply. So when these two pillars are satisfied, they call it as climatic friendly electric supply. And actually, the technical potential for this expansion exists all over the world with the manpower, with the help of manpower and automated machines. So experts believe that this is possible. The important thing that we have to concentrate is on the cost. Actually, the trend of costs in the recent years have shown some cases such as expansion is already economic, and it involves only slight additional costs. The production, conversion cost, distribution cost, it is just slightly higher than the usage of renewable resources. That is what the recent reports show. And they say that every state of each and every country can play its own part. Yes, it can play its own part by using suitable instruments to advance the expansion of renewable energy sources in electricity supply sector, and which directs, like why they have to use it. It helps in directing 100% renewable energy supply. One more thing about this summit is internationally coordinated efforts. They are planning for internationally coordinated efforts which are aimed in the global transformation, which will make the electrical supply system to further accelerate and probably rapidly decline the costs of renewable energy resources. So this will result in benefiting all the countries and also reducing the carbon pollution. So that is the reason why sustainable energy systems are important. Now I'll tell you, now you're in second year. So when you are going, like in the upcoming slides, I'll let you know about the projects, key projects, important papers that you can do in your bachelor's, like as a mini project or as a major project, which will help you land in a master's or in a PG. So when you are concentrating in your career as a sustainable energy expert, you have jobs like abundantly. You have various n number of jobs. So what you do is now itself, in your second year itself, choose one part of sustainability. It may be economy, it may be it may be society, or it may be environment. Choose one sector of sustainable energy. Make sure that you concentrate and read all the concepts of that specific. When you are ending your bachelor, make sure that you become a basic expert in sustainable energy production. So in that case, when you search for jobs and apply for jobs with all your projects and your certification courses, you will be landing in a good job, because the demand for sustainable energy supply is increasing. So this would be really helpful for you. So that is how important, that is why we choose sustainable energy. Then, why is the renewable energy a key to sustainable electricity supply? Actually, renewable energy in electricity generation makes it as an indispensable contribution to climatic production and to sustainable energy supply chain. For example, delays in information of the energy system, currently it is present, okay, so which is a threat to worldwide economic and social development opportunities. Like this is one important reason that why renewable energy is a key to sustainable electrical supply. Ongoing, currently the world is facing a lot of issues due to the climatic change. Actually, the ongoing climatic change endangers the stability of global ecosystems and gives rise to high social costs. For example, the OECD, it is a climatic change department. It has estimated in 2018 that the cost of the unchecked global warming, without the reports, like it was not at all in the reports. So cost of the unchecked global warming was around 14% of the worldwide consumption. So the current global warming, for example, if the global warming rate is around 2.5, experts say that the global warming which we are experiencing now is expected only by the year of 2050. But the world is facing now in 2020 itself, which is endangering the lives of future communities and all the living beings. So that is also one of the reasons that the world is moving towards the renewable energy sector. And now the current trend is the world is in the industrial revolution 4.0. The industrial revolution 4.0, everything deals with the renewable energy systems. For example, big data analytics, blockchain, supply chain technologies, all the logistics, everything deals with sustainable energies. Every companies are currently trying to produce their own electrical energy using sustainable energy. For example, we are producing energy from the sun. A Chinese company named ICA, it is currently working on making the panels, like solar panels, which can produce electricity from rain. So these are the upcoming projects which the world is facing to produce renewable energy systems. So, and next point is, what are the effects on competitiveness, employment, and economic deployment? So this question would be, this question can be simply answered like, yes, the cost of renewable energy will continue to fall, which means it is the growth of, it is contributing towards the growth of economy in the fall in the years ahead, because automation for producing the sustainable energy is increasing. So when automation increases, the cost for producing the sustainable energy, it will be decreasing. So that is the reason. Because since conventional electricity generation will become more expensive as time goes, renewable energies will increasingly become probably a paying proposition. For example, in Netherlands, government has now government is now currently planning to make the distribution system into two ends. Like one is through renewable electricity, one is the other one is like the non-renewable electricity. The government of Netherlands has taken step, like when people are using electricity from the renewable resources, they have tax deduction. They also offer some tips and employment opportunities to the children, whereas people who use non-renewable sources of energy will be having more tax, and the production, the supply given to their company or anything is less than the company which uses the renewable energy. So this is a great initiative to make the country move towards the renewable energy sources, so that the people and the society will also understand the importance of moving towards the organic and renewable materials. So that is the effects and competitiveness. And now, why is there a need for fundamental reconstruction of electrical supply system? Why like I have already told you, the existing electricity supply chain is largely based on the fossil fuels and nuclear energy, which is really not compatible with sustainable development. Actually, at a global level, electricity generation gives rise to, please note this point, at a global level, electricity generation gives rise to about 26% of the greenhouse gas emission. This is every year. For every year, energy production, like electricity production, contributes to the 26% of global GHG, carbon CO2 emissions, which is depleting all the natural resources, which is also a threat to the mankind, animal kind, and also to the global warming. So we have to, in order to reduce this, many countries are working towards the sustainable energy. And actually experts say that since electricity production contributes around 26% to the GHG emission, this concept stands second among the principal cause for climatic change. The first cause for the climatic change is mobility, because it is contributing around 32%. Mobility includes air, roadways and railways also. So, and the second stands for the electricity production. So it is contributing 26%. So in order to reduce this, there is a fundamental requirement for the production of sustainable energy. Without massive expansion of renewable energy resources, it will be impossible to achieve 2-degree target. As I already told you, the world is planning for 2-degree target within for this decade. So the experts are telling that without reducing this, it is impossible to achieve the 2-degree target for global warming. For high social costs, for example, due to rising sea levels and persistent droughts, would result in how do I tell? Yes, maybe unrestrained climatic change in many sensitive regions around the world. For example, Greenland. And one more important thing is nuclear disasters like Fukushima. There was a nuclear disaster which happened in 2011, and Chernobyl, you all know, right? So in 1986. These two examples clearly shows that nuclear energy is a great risk, and it involves a lot of social costs, not only for the present generation but also for the future generation. And once this nuclear energy is done, it cannot be reversed. It is completely irreversible for all the future generation. And one more thing is one more thing that can be added to this is it is also causing considerable environmental pollution, which is nuclear energy causes environmental pollution because it is the extraction of uranium and fossil fuels. So experts tell that there is an urgent need to switch electrical supply system to the renewable energy resources. Okay, next we go to what are the real-time examples. So please note it down, because these real-time examples will help you to understand where electrical engineers are going to get jobs. So that is the important concept of this question. Real-time example is the one concept is IISD, International Institute of Sustainable Development, has released this paper called Rethinking ESCOM. ESCOM is an Ethiopian electricity supply communication system, like that is called ESCOM. This Rethinking ESCOM concept report, which was published by IISD, states that it was a report which is generated from the lessons they learned from the electricity sector reformation in India and Mexico. The key features of this report, they state that reforms that reflect South African content and impacts beyond economic efficiency. Actually, they tell that electricity sector reforms in India and Mexico do not follow a standard model of reform. They are not they are commenting like the electricity pattern which is in India and Mexico do not follow the standard model of production. So this is actually internationally specific concern, because these two countries are also contributing for the GHG emission. They are also telling that privatization and isolation of these two countries will it is actually privatized. Like these two countries do not report anything which is true. So it does not contribute towards the fundamental improvement of economy all through the globe in energy sector. For example, power auctions and opening up to private generators, like these two concepts have driven growth in renewables, but they tell that these two concepts has not been accepted by the South African context. So rethinking ESCOM is one simple example where you can understand the use of, where you can understand the power of the electrical engineers. they spoke about the reforms like the electrical sector reforms. So electrical sector reforms means electrical engineers will be implemented there in jobs. Like they may be working as a policy makers, they may be working as a project managers, they may be working as the model like how to tell model stranded model framers. Like they can be working as they can compete with the corporates to understand the private generation of their own country. They also collaborate with the electricity sector board of multiple nations, and they get to know this. So all these places, electrical engineers are required. Here, IT engineers, computer people, nobody will be required because they will not be able to understand what is happening. Even though everything is based on database, they don't require any IT people or computer science people. Everything requires the electrical and electronic engineers. These are the real-time example. One more example is fossil fuel renewables and electric vehicles. So for example, take all the car companies like Tesla, like Infinity, Maserati, everything. Every car company is moving towards sustainable energy. Right from designing a car to the manufacturing, production, report generation, everywhere, every stage, every company requires electrical engineers, right from the basic till the end. So they are telling this will map the global energy and they are planning to attain 100% renewable energy system by 2050. So as per the company's statement in the global conferences, every company are telling that we are moving towards sustainable energy. For example, companies are planning to construct green buildings. You know Nestle, right? Nestle is a multinational globalized company. Nestle is completely switching towards green buildings. So the design, plan, implementation, construction, everything, everywhere they require electrical engineers because they are the ones who plan. It doesn't mean that to construct the building, you need to do like an engineer should take care of right from the design plan till the end of the construction. It is not like that. If you are capable of designing PCB circuit, you are a PCB engineer, so get specified in one region, one sector. Make your course narrow, like drive your career towards a narrow path. If you are interested in designing PCBs, just go towards PCBs. If you are interested in microprocessors and microcontrollers, take your career only towards microprocessor and microcontroller. So your role will be designer of microprocessor and controller. You should never term yourself as an electric and electronic engineer. You should narrow your course. So every key step, small steps require electrical and electronic engineers in job field. So these that is the important of this. Even health sectors require electrical engineers because they align the health and economy, coping the strategies with the desired energy future. They also need electrical engineers to track and evaluate the energy subsidy policies more systematically in the hospitals, energy sectors, everywhere. And there one more real-time example that I can tell is I'll tell one example regarding communications, like electronics, communication and awareness strategies. Actually there is increasing awareness about the health impacts of coal in Indonesia. For example, maybe you can take India and China itself as an example. So Indonesia, with increased awareness, the civil society, this term, the civil society in Indonesia has taken better demand actions that prioritize their nationalities to move towards the sustainable energy and living, which is good for health and well-being, because it is also contributing to the poor air quality, transportation sector emissions, smog, deforestation. All these are contributing towards poor environment. So you also have like when you are moving towards sustainability, you also have jobs in transportation sectors. Leave about cars. Now the trains lots of ocean boats, everything are completely changing towards electricity. Now many companies are trying to construct boats without batteries, so that is the trending project in ocean technology. So you have job in marine field. And one more example is India's energy transition. Actually, the cost of meeting air pollution standard is very bad. The Electricity International Summit has told that the cost of meeting air pollution standards in India is really bad. And the reason given by the Board of Council of India was it is due to the coal-fired electric sector. So actually, the total expenditure required to install the pollution control all over the India may be around, it was estimated around $12 billion. So it is impossible to implant everywhere. So install CO2 control missions or monitoring devices everywhere all over the country. So the country is planning to invest the same cost towards the generation of electrical energies. So, and they also tell that these costs are reflecting the price of coal-based power, and they also ensure that the external costs of air pollution are reflected in prices, and so they are telling therefore they are telling investment decision in comparison to the alternatives to coal-based generation is better in case of using renewable energy systems. So these are the important few real-time examples. Also, India is also subsidizing energy transition through they are subsidizing gasoline, diesel, and electric vehicles by using renewable energy resources in order to control the pollution and go ahead. So these are some real-time examples that I could tell you. And yes, the next slide we go. Okay. The next slide is about what are the job roles. Like, as I already told you, there are multiple job roles for the electrical engineer. You just term yourself as an electrical engineer, but what you work is you work in electronics, you work as an electronic engineer, you work as a project engineer, you work in power systems. Power systems means you don't have to be an expert in dealing with everything in the power systems. You just try to become an expert in one field, so that is enough. You maybe you become an expert in transmission, and so you are termed as a transmission engineer. So it doesn't require a lot of efforts, but once you complete a good bachelor's project and submit it in international papers or conferences, companies are waiting to hire you. Actually, one important thing is there is something called Bureau of Labor Statistics. So this is the page where you can go and check yourself for the opportunities depending upon the skill. You can also apply for the various education and training base in the energy sector all through the globe, because every nation is moving towards this. So everybody, all the experts in this field are always waiting for students who are interested in sustainable energy and its generation. So you can go ahead with this Bureau of Labor Statistics to understand everything and where you can work. And one more thing is you can there is an electrical engineers are also working as lighting and wiring engineers, generator engineers, turbine engineers, communication system engineers, electrical transmission system engineers, and electrical design engineers, and developing electrical system developing engineers, testing engineers, and there are also supervising engineers. So every stage of a job requires electrical engineers, because there is no company runs without electricity. For example, you take any company, it may be, no company runs without electricity, be it an IT company or whatever it may be. So every company, whatever company you search online, it may be a startup also. If you are searching online, there will be something called KPI reporting, key performance indicator reporting, which will be reporting its global sustainability, like how much the company has contributed for the GHG emissions, how much the company has wasted the resources, I mean the renewable resources, everything, how much water it has used for the global annual year. So all these comes under the term sustainability, and every company has to report it. So while reporting this, they require engineers. So if you are expert in sustainable energy reporting, you can also become a manager in this field, like sustainable energy manager. Like you can apply for the role of sustainable energy engineer or sustainable engineer in any company. All the companies have this role. So that are those are the job roles. And what are the online courses that suits? Like there are multiple online courses. I will not be able to elaborate everything now. If you are interested, in the future slides I'll be giving you my email ID so that you can write an email. I'll let you know the list of courses depending on the area of interest which you have. And the next question is areas where electrical engineers can find code jobs. This concept I'll explain in the next slide, because if I tell you what are the projects, like simple projects, I have collected few projects which can make you understand what are the roles of electrical engineers and where the electrical engineers are working. So the upcoming slide will answer you this question. And see, this is like projects on sustainable energy for bachelors. It may be done either as a mini project or it may be done as a major project. The first one is automatic solar tracker. Actually, the solar trackers, listen to all these projects because you can use it for your third year or maybe in the final year also. Actually, automatic solar trackers are devices which will automatically orient in the direction of high intensity sunlight. Yes, sunlight to effectively harness maximum solar power. So if you are really interested in renewable energy system technology, then this project, like this automatic solar tracker project, it can also be a gateway for you to get into the renewable energy resources. The next question, the next topic, the next project is automated solar grass cutter. You have seen grass cutter, like people will be using it in the lawns. Like it has a lengthy wire and it always requires a power connection. This automated solar grass cutter is it's charged. Actually, is charged and it can be used wirelessly. So that is the concept, and it is like now the companies are working on like there need not be any lawn vendor for doing it. It is automated, like it is completely programmed. So like it is so that is the importance of automated solar the grass cutter. And sorry, the next thing is generating electricity from sound waves. Actually, like how do I tell? Yes, in the current world, we are facing actually scarcity for electricity, especially in countries like India. In countries like India and South Africa, some villages are actually not getting electricity. So in that way, you might be thinking about the maybe like renewable. When it comes to renewable, we might think about the hydropower or wind or solar, but this project like sound waves is something like crazy, like because generating electricity through the sounds which we get from the industrial machines, vehicles, travel, any modes of transportations or whatever sound, like overcrowded areas in a stadium or vehicle traffic. From all these we are trying to generate electricity. So, and the next one is about turning gravity into light. This is actually powered through the gravity light is actually powered through the weight. Like as the weight falls, it turns the gear drivetrain. So what happens is it drives the DC generator that powers the LEDs. So there is no battery, no sunlight, no solar, no cause, nothing to run. It just requires maybe 2 to 3 seconds of manual weightlifting. Yeah, that can be done by humans. The weight that powers the gravity light, it creates about 30 to 35 minutes. As per research, it says that it creates about 30 to 35 minutes of light. The components maybe which can be used for this turning gravity into light, maybe DC generator, LED lights, and actually gear train, like it is like it is got by merging the various teeth of gears. and belt, like a normal belt, and your body weight or something. So that is turning gravity into light. And this is an interesting project like smart power shoe, like all these shoe industries. Imagine an electrical engineer working in shoe companies like Adidas, Nike, Reebok, or something like smart power shoes. This is actually, we actually use the piezoelectric material. So like for, I mean, how do I tell? Yes, for recharging it, like actually, it is from the footstep. Like actually, when we are walking, we produce lots of footsteps. So when we think about the whole world population, and when they walk, they are producing thousands of footsteps every second. So each and every footstep creates a great amount of force, so driving electricity from this force. An average human, it is stated that an average human takes around I think it is, yes, it is around 6,000 steps. So the experts are working on converting the foot force into electricity. So that is the concept of smart power shoe. Like it is I think it deals with the piezoelectric materials. What maybe the components deals with a rechargeable battery, piezoelectric materials, maybe a diode, and multimeter, and of course your weight, because when you have to walk, you need some weight, so your weight. So that is how smart power shoes work. And the next one is, I told you already, you have like we have lots of opportunities in ocean drones. Actually, ocean drones are something we call as UAV. UAV means unmanned aerial vehicles. Like you don't have any humans in it. It is like an aircraft without human pilots. Actually, these UAV are basically ground control system, which means ground control system, actually, which means they are autonomous. Like that is how they can be termed, because they are ground control. So what happens is application of drones nowadays are actually expanding in commercial, scientific, recreational, agriculture, and other IT application and other applications. So it can be used in landways, waterways, airways, and also in space. So that is the importance of ocean drone. And the next is dual turbine drone. It is actually a new wind turbine generator system, like they term it as WTGS, which is wind turbine generator system. It is introduced, actually it was introduced out of a mathematical model, blade pitch control scheme. This is the name of the model. And a non-linear simulation software is used to predict the performance that is presented. I think it is non-linear, yes. And like the important feature about this WTGS is that it consists of two rotor systems. That is the term dual wind turbine rotor systems, which are positioned horizontal to each other. And of course, you can imagine at an upwind and downwind locations. So what happens is a generator is also installed vertically inside the tower, so it can produce half the time extra electric energy. And the next project is electrical harvesting tiles. It is similar to the smart power shoe, like producing when we are walking, like the basement has the electrical power generation system. When we are walking on the floor, like on the tiles, the force which we give is converted to walking system. So that is like electrical harvesting trials. And one more thing is battery bottle, like energy efficient water bottles for charging our mobile phones and other things. When we are traveling, we will not be able to find like adapter or power control systems anywhere. So when we are traveling or when we are going on a trip or adventure, these battery bottles will help to charge the mobile phones. Battery bottle means it is a water bottle. We can also use it as a water bottle. That is the concept. Actually, this is the plastic bottle. It is constructed from plastic. Maybe you can use any liquids. It can be stored, and there is no importance that is given to the size as well. It depends upon the rechargeable battery and the carbon filter that you are using. So that is about the battery. Evicoin, it is an electrostatic wind energy converter. It is an interesting project. It converts. It is actually the fact is that the natural energy is the need of future, considering a small initiative by, it is actually a small initiative by government of India to supply electric power to every home in the country for 24 hours. Like the government have India has planned to provide uninterrupted power supply 24/7 to every villages and all over the nation. So it acts as an alternative to hydropower, which is through the natural energy, and India believes that it has its own importance in the electrical energy production market. And the next project is salt light lamp, like generating electricity from the chemicals, the chemical conversion of energy. Like it actually utilizes the scientific process behind like maybe the galvanic cell, but instead of using the electrolytes, the salt lamp may use the saline solution, which makes it harmless and non-toxic. So that is the concept of salt light lamp. And the next concept is, the next project is perpendicular wind turbines. Perpendicular wind turbines, actually, like rising sea levels and escalating pollution levels has generated worldwide, the worldwide requirement to new wind turbines. So it is also a co-project of Evicon, like electrostatic wind energy converter. And the next project is about the electricity from sand bacteria. Actually, this is an interesting project, and it is a very simple project. If the thing is, we are producing electricity from sands and the sand and bacteria. All you need is maybe mud, salt, water. You can create a closed circuit that generate a current. Actually, this can also be called as a microbial fuel cell, because it is from the sand bacteria, so it can be called as a microbial fuel cell. It is a device that uses bacteria, like to create electrical power by oxidizing simple compounds, like maybe what are the compounds in the bacteria, in the sand, glucose. For when it comes to organic matter, you can use wastewater. The fuel cell will work when the bacteria attached to the electrode. It should work, yes, with the bacteria attached to the electrode in the anode, yes, in the anode chamber of a cell, and it becomes that which is oxygen free. So the bacteria do not have any oxygen, and they must transfer the electrons to somewhere else. So that is how it transfers to the energy. That is how sand bacteria it works. And hybrid solar energy. This energy is need for, of course, the energy is need for survival of any human being in like we are living. So I think the major source of this conventional energy source is produced by the reserves of coal that are transferred into renewable energy. The reserves, like the sediments, the supplements after using it, so they are used to generate hybrid solar energy. So that is eco-cooling. So the same solar powered environmental system, aluminium powered cars, and like hydro power using treated water sewage. Like actually we are producing electrical energy from water nowadays, pure water. Instead of that, treated sewage water, like we can produce electricity from the wastewater, the sewage water, or after desalination process. Actually the process of desalination is really costly because the country USA has a patent for it, but India is working on different methods to introduce desalination. So it will, like when you use treated sewage water for hydropower generation, ocean electricity, again for boats, ships, and other things, underwater turbines, vertex type bladeless windmills. All these are minor projects, but most of the companies require such minor projects to construct a very big project. So if you are ready to make any of these projects, and if you are interested in it, if you need some the guidelines, or if you need some circuit diagrams, or if you need some papers like to make this, you can ask me. I'll send it to you by email. You can make a circuit And then if you want to present it in an international journal, you can write the concept like right from the introduction to the conclusion. And if you want a peer review, like if you want someone to review your paper, or if you want to edit it and make it into standard norms for presenting it in a journal, you can send it to me and I'll edit it and send, I'll edit it for you and I'll give it. After that, you can send it to your professor for further review, and you can publish it in any international journals, which will be useful for your research and masters, and also for landing in your core job by IT sector after all these job opportunities. And the second thing which we were talking about is the blockchain technology. Actually, blockchain technology is it is an in-depth concept which we require. But the thing is, in your second year, I think it is better if you concentrate towards the sustainability and the energy resources, because blockchain technology, it is like you need in-depth knowledge, but it is really important because the current generation is towards the Industrial Revolution 4.0. The Industrial Revolution 4.0 requires every candidate to have knowledge on blockchain technology. And if you want to become a project expert, I mean project manager experts or something, you need a extreme knowledge in Scrum. Scrum is really very easy if you understand the concept. There are more certification courses available online, but the best certification course would be scrum.org. They are the initiators, like they are the developers of Scrum. So it is actually very costly, but if you are able to complete Scrum course and term yourself as a Scrum Master, you are definitely to land in a job after your final year. So it may be in either electricity, electronics, IT, whatever it may be, instruments or anything. Everywhere Scrum is required, because every project managing courses, every project management jobs requires Scrum. It may be coordinator, manager, supervisor, whosoever it may be, it requires Scrum. So, and one more thing is like blockchain. So it is just in simple, I'll just tell you in simple terms. Actually, blockchain technology is a timestamp series of many records, like you can term it as immutable records of data. And this is managed by a cluster of computers. And this blockchain technology cannot be owned by a single computer. It is managed by multiple computers, and these multiple computers are known as nodes. And this technology can never be owned by a single entity. Each of these blocks of data are secured and bound to each other using cryptographic principles. These cryptographic principles are very in-depth to introduce, but I'm just giving you the overview. So where we are using blockchain technology as an electrical engineer. So this blockchain technology can be used in in producing like wireless transmission devices used in logistic, airways, supply chains, such important areas, because logistics and supply chain are ruling the world now. So in order to use, in order to enhance your career in case of logistics and supply chain as an electrical engineer, you require blockchain technology. Or if you want to get into your core field, like make sure that you use sustainable energy. So it ensures that you definitely have a job when you complete your bachelor's. Under some conditions, if you are ready to learn new concepts out of your syllabus. Like your syllabus has the basic requirements of everything, but you just have to take efforts to learn. If you are interested in the courses, let me know. I'll let you know a few courses for depending on your area of interest. And let's go to the next slide. So if you have any queries, you can ask me now. And like you can also, I'll write this information, I'll copy paste this information in the chat section. So this will also help you to write me if you have any further queries. And now if you have any doubts, please write it to me in the chat section.
Thank you,
Yes.
Jayashree. You have given very nice presentation. Actually, this is very useful for our electrical engineer. Till now, our students are experiencing only the softer side. Now they are this session is very useful for them. It's a eye-opening session for them to see a core jobs in this area also. Thank you, ma.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
students, if you have any questions, you can post in the chat box, so that I'll read it out. Okay.
You can ask to me in the chat box. Yes, one student has asked, where can we do Scrum Master certification? There is a website called Scrum, SCRUM.org. It costs you around 2.5 to 3 lakhs, but it is really worth it because you can be 100% sure to land in a job after your bachelor's, because people are not concentrating in the area of during their bachelor's. So if you are capable of completing Scrum during your bachelor's, there are 3 certifications like PS1, PS2 and PS3. So if you are able to do at least PS1 during your bachelor's, it is really helpful for you to land in a good job. Like related to electrical itself, you can land in a good job scope. Don't fake your certificates because there are many fake courses and organizers providing Scrum certificates which is not valid globally. So always learn Scrum from scrum.org. And yes, one question was about, can you explain about the ocean electricity? Like just drop me an email. I'll send you all the required materials in case of ocean electricity. So you can go ahead with the projects as well. And do you have any other questions?
And another question is there, Jayashree.
Ma'am?
Another question, can electric harvesters used in roads?
Ma'am, that is how many countries which like the developed countries are working. Like I told you, right? Like they are producing electrical energy through gravitational force, like the force which we walk. They are trying to lay electrical power generation systems under the roads. They are trying to construct under the roads. So when we are walking, that force turns into electricity. Actually, that is just trending. Like it is not yet into the market, but many expert teams are working on that, ma'am.
Of course, they are very new to this field. No? That's what they are asking these questions. They would have known when they come for a mini project, piezoelectric crystals, everything they will come to know. Correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So,
students,
yes.
if you have any queries, please post here. Okay, I hope no questions. Jayashree, can you please paste all those website links in the chat box?
I pasted it. Yeah.
I sent.
Students, any other questions?
Okay, like any other useful courses can be done. Like yes, if you let me know the area of interest, like because specific area of interest, if you have anything or if you need an overview of everything, after that you will decide your specific area of interest. Just send me an email so that I'll reply you with all the required information for the thing. If you want basic courses, you can use Udemy. No, I don't recommend Udemy. You can use EDX and you can also use Coursera. These 2 certifications are accepted globally and these certifications do not expire. It has a lifelong validity. So you can go to EDX and Coursera. There are more than 3,000 courses related to bachelor's and master's as well. So you can check in these 2 websites for your courses. And if you need any other links, just send me an email. I'll reply you with all the required links for a specific course.
Okay, ma. Can we close the question answer session, ma'am? Sumitra, ma'am?
Okay, pa. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Is
Then
it
you
audible?
take over the session, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Thank you, Jayashree, for your wonderful informative session. Definitely. Definitely your speech will create an impact over the different areas, projects where the bachelor students can try on sustainable energy, right? And I would like to thank once again the management, principal, HOD madam, and the organizer for this webinar, Karkudeli madam, Vinita madam, and all the second year counseling staff members for organizing such a wonderful webinar. Last but not the least, I would like to thank the students for their active participation, and also for making this session an interactive one. Thank you, ma. Thank you, Jayashree.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye.
Students, please fill your feedback form, ma.
And also one more
Then
thing,
give.
Yes,
announcement for the
I'll give feedback.
Please give the feedback,
students.
ma.
Feedback link is available in the chat box. You kindly go through that and submit the feedback form. Then only you will be receiving your e-certificates. And also one more announcement for the students. A similar webinar, you have it on 29th also, over the topic technological job readiness in the post-pandemic period. So on 29th also, we have one more webinar session. So I expect from the students similar active participation in the same way. Thank you, students, for your participation. Shall we end the webinar, ma'am?
Ma'am, once they complete the feedback form, then let them leave, ma'am.
Okay, students, after complete giving the feedback form, you can leave the meeting, ma. Jayashree, I thank you once again. In spite of
No
your busy
problem.
schedule, you accepted.
It's okay,
For
ma'am. It's
future also, we need the future also we need the same thing from you. Keep in touch with
definitely,
us, ma.
ma'am, for any department, definitely, like as much as
Okay,
I
okay,
can.
okay, okay.
Jayashree, we are all very proud of you that you, from the student level, you are now become a presenter. Now you are having a very good position. We are so happy on seeing you and presenting our students these type of trending technologies is very helpful for them also. And your session is very, it was a very eye-opening session for us also. Thank you very much. Da. Thank you very much. Keep in touch. You are very
Thank you.
proud of you. Da.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, I have sent the presentation to Sumitra, ma'am. If students need, just give it to them, ma'am, because there are the
Okay.
list of projects and links.
Sure, sure,
Thank you. Da.
Jayashree. I'll.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you
Okay,
so
thank
much,
you, ma.
ma'am. Bye.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Da.
Uh, Students, after filling up the feedback link, you just leave the session, ma.
Sumitra ma'am, can you stop the recording?
Okay, ma. Okay, okay.